on. Y'all forgive me. I forgot to turn my microphone on. I am so sorry. Hi, I am Queen Lillie, and today we are talking about life under Trump, part 54. Yes, we are already at part 54. The vast majority of you all know I go live at 5 o'clock every day, but I wasn't able to go live at 5 because I was on a TV set in a studio filming today for a TV series. But I am here now, and I know it's late. Please forgive me. But we got a lot to talk about. We will be discussing Donald Trump because this is about life under Trump, part 54. We will also talk about Elon Musk. And I saw something tonight when I came home about Donald Trump has kicked Elon out of the White House. Is it true? Is it false? We all want to know. I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What is going on with Donald Trump and Elon Musk, y'all? Let's get this party started. Thank you again for coming to my live. Thank you. I am Queen Lillie, and I appreciate each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Hit that like button as you come in. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me a super chat or a super sticker. Tonight, I'm in full glam because I was filming on set for a TV series. So that's why I'm in full glam. Hi, Serendipity. How you doing? How you doing, Queen? How are you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening for the Bronx, New York City. I'm here in Atlanta, baby, and you in New York City, the Big Apple, which I love. Are y'all having good weather? Or what's going on? Because it's definitely cold here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, King Fred. How you doing? Hey, King Jonathan. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful evening, each and every last one of y'all. This is Life Under Trump, part 54. We got a lot to talk about. Donald Trump went to meet with in California with I'm trying to read this and talk at the same time. Hey, Copper Lapis Lazuli, you're my favorite. Well, that's very kind of you, but I'm a queen, but I was born female, which I think drag queens are beautiful too. I love everyone. Hi, King John. Hi, King Jonathan. Thank you for coming to my live. I'm in full glam tonight because I was working on a TV set tonight. I'm an actress as well. Serendipity said Atlanta is cool. I lived there a few years ago. I love Atlanta, but it's cold here like it's New York, y'all. Hit that like button as y'all come in. Again, if you want to donate to my channel, you can send me a super chat or super sticker. And if you definitely want your comment read, send me a super chat or a super sticker. And I will definitely read it out loud and celebrate you. Thank each and every last one of you all. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, okay? We got a lot to cover. A lot.
The leaders of Denmark, and it is not good. As I'm sure you probably heard by now, Donald Trump has been threatening to annex Greenland, which is an autonomous territory owned by Denmark. And so we are now learning that Donald Trump last week had a, quote, fiery phone call with the Prime Minister of Denmark that officials familiar with the call are calling horrendous. Trump had what is being described as a contentious phone call with the Danish Prime Minister last week, where he emphasized that he wants to take over Greenland. The Prime Minister of Denmark reiterated that it is not for sale. 5 current and former European officials familiar with the call stated that the call went very badly. When Trump was told that he couldn't have Greenland, apparently he became incredibly agitated and aggressive on the phone. He became absolutely livid and lost his mind. He then began threatening Denmark over the phone, saying that he was going to impose tariffs on them as punishment. The conversation overall left the nation of Denmark very uneasy about what Donald Trump was planning to do. Trump continues to alienate our allies and act like a petulant child. It is just so incredibly embarrassing. And as we hear more and more reports about these phone calls with foreign leaders, we see that it is only going to get worse. Remember to follow us right now to stay up to date on all the updates.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network. How y'all doing out there in the world? Hello, hello, hello. It's a wonderful night. I'm all glammed up because I filmed for a TV series today and I had an amazing time. So I'm fixed up for you guys. And they added some clip-ins in my hair, which I'm not used to wearing. But hey, my hair used to be this long before menopause hit and I had to cut it. But hey, I'm still in glam for you all. So now we're going to listen to a journalist, what he has to say about the voting situation, because like right now, it's a lot going on being said about the voting and everything. So we're going to talk about that.
Votes been stolen. I've been covering vote suppression for The Guardian, BBC, Rolling Stone for 2 decades. For the first time in Georgia history, any voter can challenge an unlimited number of other voters and stop their ballots from being counted. Muskogee County tells us 4,000 voters were challenged. In Cobb County, it was 48,000 voters challenged.
So my name is Pamela Reardon. I am currently 6th District Committee woman to the state party.
Do you recognize that woman?
Not offhand.
Do you know Tamara? You don't know any Tamara?
I don't. The name's not familiar.
You're absolutely certain you don't.
I don't.
You never spoke to her?
No. No.
Yeah. Did you ever speak to Storm Saul?
No, I told you already. I did not speak to the 32,000 people.
So you never called them, but you challenged their right to vote? You challenged 32,379 voters, said don't count their ballots. Okay, I have a piece of paper from you which said you are challenging her right to have her ballot counted.
No, I'm not.
It says right here, accept this letter as a challenge to these electors' eligibility to vote. Signed, Pamela Reardon. So you don't know.
I'm from Canada.
You don't know Georgia law. Law of 1871.
Get out.
Do you believe this woman shouldn't have her vote counted?
That has nothing to do with it.
Is this an attempt to remove a lot of Democrats, black people from voting to win the election?
I am far from that, sir. And you have crossed the line. You have crossed the line. Get out of my house now.
I shall get out of your house
before
now.
I throw you.
And you are sure that this is your legal voting address?
You are an ass.
Thank you. And more than 250,000 Georgians are facing a challenge to their vote by these vigilante vote challengers. My chainsaw's ready.
Behind the vigilante law is this man.
I got a big truck, just in case I need to round up criminal illegals and take them home myself. Rolling Stone wants me to investigate a scheme that's removing thousands of voters that are voting in 2 states. Brian Kemp is sharing his voter rolls with another Secretary of State, a guy in Kansas named Chris Kobach. Kobach is Donald Trump's special vote fraud hunter. Kobach takes Kemp's list of voters and cross-checks it against the voter rolls in 24 states, and they're scrubbing literally hundreds of thousands of double voters from the rolls. The double voters all have names like Jose Garcia, James Brown, and realizing that almost none of the middle names match, they got rid of thousands of Jose Garcias in 24 states. In 2018, I'm sent back down to Georgia because this time Kemp has removed a breathtaking 500,000 voters from the voter rolls. He says they don't live in Georgia anymore. So I get Kemp's new hit list and give it to the same experts who tell Amazon and Google where you live. The experts run Kemp's list through their computer, and they tell me here are 340,134 voters who still live at their legal voting address. So he knocks off all these legal voters while he's running for governor. Mr. Kemp, are you removing black voters from the voter rolls? Your right to vote's been stolen. I've been covering vote suppression for The Guardian, BBC.
That is deep, you all. And I'm going to tell you why I say it is deep. Because here in Atlanta, Georgia, there were several people, because I helped with the voting for 2024 election. There were several people, their vote had been removed. They actually went and voted, but when you go check, it says they did not vote. Also, there were boom threats at different places here in Atlanta, Georgia, only in minority areas, and people were not able to vote. That happened in the minority areas. This guy is telling the truth about here in Georgia. And I don't necessarily know if Kemp has anything to do with it, but I don't doubt it. I have no doubt about who.
Horrifying images are just coming in from Donald Trump's rally in Las Vegas. If they thought they could hide this, they should think again. First off, let me just say, why is he still holding campaign rallies? The campaign is over. You're president. Anyway, let me show you this right now. So Trump at this event in Las Vegas just gave VIP seats to Elmer Stewart Rhodes. Elmer Rhodes is the Oath Keeper, the founder of the Oath Keepers that Donald Trump just commuted the sentence of. He's one of the dangerous Oath Keepers who was convicted of seditious conspiracy against the United States. That is one of the most serious crimes imaginable that one can be charged with and convicted of in this country. Here's another picture of Rhodes right here. You can see just steps away from where Donald Trump is going to be speaking. Now, it's not only that Donald Trump has either pardoned or commuted the sentences of 1,500 plus dangerous January 6th insurrectionists, but now he is quite literally giving them the VIP treatment. Let me just give you a little more background on Rhodes from his Wikipedia page about what he did on and around January 6th. In the days before January 6, 2021, Rhodes and others traveled to D.C. where they armed themselves with firearms and tactical gear. En route to D.C., Rhodes personally spent $20,000 to purchase a small arsenal. On January 6th, 2021, Rhodes entered restricted Capitol grounds where he directed Oath Keepers members via telephone and text, telling them which positions to take around the building. 4 days after the attack, Rhodes attended a meeting where he was recorded as saying, quote, "My only regret is that they should have brought rifles. We should have brought rifles. We could have fixed it right then and there. I'd hang effing Pelosi from the lamppost." Folks, I'm not going to lie, this makes me incredibly angry. How dare Donald Trump do this? How dare he shame our country in this way? But you know what? We need to follow it. We need to report on this every single day. So if you're with us, make sure that you're following us right now so you never miss an update. Horrifying images are just coming in from Donald Trump's...
Nothing surprises me when it comes to Donald Trump. He's always pulling stunts. Donald Trump is a stunt queen. So what do we expect from a stunt queen? A stunt queen will pull stunts. Yeah. The man that wears orange makeup on his face and very pale when he take off his clothes and look in the mirror. His body is very frightening, very non-proportioned body. His body reminds you of a jack-o'-lantern at the top and at the bottom 2 sticks just hanging from the jack-o'-lantern. That's Donald Trump. Catch that, T.
This is the Gulf of America, not the Gulf of Mexico.
That guy says a lot of things, man. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of being stressed out about it. I mean, it's day 4, and look at all the crazy stuff that's already going on. It's maddening. I'm surprised people haven't taken to the streets yet. You should. You should be upset. You should be angry right now. And you should be complaining nonstop. And you should be holding, especially the Democrats, hold those motherfuckers accountable. Hold them fucking accountable. Call them, harass them, get them to do their fucking jobs and defend your rights and freedoms. Because that's why you fucking voted for them in the first fucking place. Not for them to fucking go out and, you know.
Well, he's cussing too much. I apologize for that because I didn't recall him cussing like that when I was saving these videos to bring them to you guys. I apologize. He's using too much profanity. Scratch that.
Y'all could take DEI out of everything employment-wise. We're still the most educated in the country. Y'all could take DEI out of everything employment-wise. We're still the most educated.
She has never lied. So Elon Musk, when you sitting around doing your interview with Don Lemon and you talking that smack about DEI, honey, Black women are the most educated in this country, in the USA. Yes, Black women. And I have my education too. Black women are the most educated. Black women have the most master's degree. And that's why they mad. That's why they mad. Yeah, y'all mad. This is some wet chicken. When you take the chicken out the pack, the hen out the pack, this is what it looks like. This is disgusting. Gross. Oh my God. Gross. This is a good deed, then because I like to have a session sometimes where I talk about good deeds. And Elvis Presley did one of the biggest good deeds ever. Yes, Elvis Presley. I like to talk about good deeds that people do for other people. Let's watch this. Catch this too.
Going to the Pontiac place one day, and just as he got to the door, a little black girl, a young black girl, was coming out of the door, and she was crying. And he grabbed her arm and he said, "Hey, honey, what's wrong with you?" And she said, "Well, I want a car, and they don't sell it to me." He said, "What do you want a car for?" And she said, "Well, she had to have a car to go to school, and she needed a car to get to work, and she was looking for a job." So he took her back in the Pontiac place, and he bought her the car. And he said, "Now you be at Graceland at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You have a job there." So Maggie's job was to go to Graceland every day at 4 o'clock and sit at the kitchen table and do her homework. She was enrolled at Memphis State to do her homework, answer the telephone. And he wanted to see her grades every quarter. He paid for her schooling. He paid for her car. You know, he paid her a salary to sit there and answer the telephone so she would have a job that she could go and study.
And this is her. Elvis Presley paid for her schooling. That is an amazing good deed. The King Elvis Presley, the good humanitarian that he was. Yes, he was.
Ask Donald Trump what his plan is for Black America. Ask him. What, you know,
hit the like button, please.
Look at Project 2025. Project 2025 tells you the plan includes making police departments have stop and frisk policies. The plan includes making it more difficult for workers to receive overtime pay. The plan includes ending the ability of Medicare to negotiate drug prices. You know what we have done? He said he would. We did. Which means that that's how we brought down the cost of prescription medication. His plan includes making it more difficult for working people to get by and to destroy our democracy. You know what he says he'll do? Terminate the Constitution of the United States.
That's right.
Let me remind folks, you know what's in the Constitution of the United States? The 4th Amendment, which protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures. The 5th Amendment, the 6th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, and he's going to terminate the Constitution of the United States, which in most of those amendments, one thing or another was about a movement spurred by Black people to ensure that we would be equally protected under the law. Come on. Ask Donald Trump what his plan is.
Well, Queen Kamala, if you go right now to the website for the United States White House, Donald Trump has done what? He removed the Constitution. They plan on changing the Constitution. And Donald Trump, they're trying to get where Donald Trump can run a 3rd term. So that's why they're trying to change the Constitution. May God be with us all. That's all I got to say. God be with us all. I'm going to read some of y'all comments. Jimmy Jim, honey, I have a vagina, a beautiful vagina that God blessed me with. I birthed a daughter. She is now 32 years old. Don't come back here with your nonsense. I read some of your comments earlier. Shut your dick suckers. How about that, Jimmy? Jimmy said her hair. I was filming today on television. I'm somebody so beautiful they asked me to be on television. You can't be on television because you're too ugly. So I was filming on television today and they add extensions in my already long hair. King Ben says, show me your nappy real hair. My hair is not nappy, so I don't have to worry about that. If you come to my live any other time, I have my real hair in. They added extensions, which my hair is about as long as this. They added extensions to my hair because I was filming for TV. Something you would never be able to do because you don't have the talent or the gift to act. You may come in my chat act a fool because you're a clown like Donald Trump. Pascal says axed. I don't know what you're talking about. Actual ping. That's this size. That's what you ask. John says, thank you, King John. John said, beautiful girl. God bless you. Thank you so much. They come in here every day to harass a Black woman. That is so sad. To bully a woman every day is sickening. But I revel in your BS because I'm going to read you up and down from Donald Trump's pissy depends because you got your mouth on his balls. Ha. Catch that, T.
Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hemline Elementary School. School staff followed CPS established protocols. They kept ICE agents outside of the school and contacted CPS's law department and CPS's Office of Safety and Security for further guidance. The ICE agents were not allowed into the school and were not permitted to speak to any students or staff members. Here is the bottom line. Our students and staff are safe. Our protocols were followed. We are very thankful for our school staff for following established district protocol. We want to remind families and staff that CPS will continue to protect our students and their families. in alignment with the Illinois Trust Act and Chicago's Welcoming City Ordinance, CPS does not ask for our family's immigration status. We will not coordinate with immigration and custom enforcement agents. Does not share student records with ICE, except in the rare case where there is a court order or consent from a parent or a guardian. Earlier today, immigration and customs enforcement agents.
Donald Trump, that's something he's trying to keep his word with MAGA, because he knows there will not be any lowering of the price of eggs. There will not be any lowering of the price of gas. So because his hate in his heart for black and brown people, he has sent ICE after people's children. Donald Trump, where are the children from your other term when you won in 2016? You took children from their families and they have not been replaced yet. So I know God is still going to hold you accountable for that. And he's going to hold you accountable for what you're doing now. And when your time comes, what happens is, and people don't like this, you don't like when it's done back to you, God going to remove one of your loved ones, because that's how it happened. Karma don't care when it comes, and karma don't care how it does you. You don't like to see happiness in families, so God is going to take somebody from your family. Can I get an amen? Donald Trump is a modern day Hitler. That's what you voted into the United States of America over office. Yes, Donald Trump is who? Hitler. All day long. When he speaks, you hear Hitler coming out his mouth. Him and Elon was meant to be buddies, because they both believe in hurting black and brown people. They both believe in evil being done to others, and then they claim it's to save money for the USA. Okay, if it's to save money for the USA, Elon Musk, stop taking money from our American government. You are from South Africa. Why haven't they given the money that they gave you? They gave you $4.2 billion. That's what the United States has given you. Give it to the people that's poor and the homeless. You don't need that. You don't. That money should have went to the homeless here in America. Now go back to South Africa, you piece of trash.
Got some very disturbing news breaking right now. Donald Trump has just illegally fired the inspectors general at least 12 federal government agencies. Inspectors general play a hugely important role in watching out for fraud, waste, and abuse inside the federal government. Donald Trump's illegal firing of these inspectors general paves the way for him to install loyalists in these positions. The inspectors general were notified by email on Friday night. The firings appear to be a direct violation of federal law that requires that Congress be notified at least 30 days before any termination of inspectors general. Some of the largest agencies affected are the Department of Defense, Department of Transportation, Veterans Affairs, Housing and Urban Development, Department of the Interior, and the Department of Energy. The odd thing as well here is that most of the people who were terminated from these positions were people who Donald Trump himself had appointed during his first term. This left the inspectors generals and all the people around these agencies absolutely stunned. One of the fired inspectors general told the Washington Post that this completely undermines the entire system. Another person who was fired was confused because they said that this goes against everything that Donald Trump at least pretended to say he cared about during the campaign, like going after waste and fraud and abuse within the government. This news is currently sending shockwaves through the federal government. It is completely unprecedented, but you know, we here at Midas Touch are going to follow it every step of the way. My name is Brett. Remember to follow us right now.
Be sure to subscribe to Midas Touch Network. They're on YouTube as well. There are amazing attorneys on that channel, and I love watching them. I watch them daily. Midas Touch Network. Subscribe to their channel. You won't regret it. Ben is one of the best. So Mexico refused to accept deportation flights. So Donald Trump contacted President Claudia Sheinbaum to take the Mexicans back. And she refused, as she can, because she is the president of Mexico. You want to start something with her, Donald Trump? She ain't going to back down. She ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Ghostbuster.
Huge breaking news right now. Mexico has refused to accept a United States deportation flight, at least temporarily, frustrating the Trump administration extremely. Before I continue, if you don't yet follow me on my Instagram, Substack, and YouTube, that's where I'll be if TikTok is ever banned. Go to the link in my bio for more. According to NBC News, Mexico has denied a U.S. military plane access to land. Now, last night, 2 planes took off and went to Guatemala. A third plane that was supposed to go to Mexico never took off. Clear why Mexico blocked the flight, but there are currently tensions between the United States and Mexico. Donald Trump just renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He is threatening to impose massive tariffs on Mexico. Now, Mexico's president has repeatedly said that she opposes Donald Trump taking, quote, unilateral action to implement restrictive immigration standards. And now Mexico is kind of flexing its arms here, saying, we're not going to let your plane land in our territory. And the Trump administration is frustrated. Comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come. We have huge breaking news right now.
The thing is, Donald Trump has not changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. He told y'all he's going to do that. It would never be. Because Claudia Bum said, he ain't even had for me. It ain't happening. And Government Newsom made Trump look like a chump. And his own wife, Donald Trump's wife, would not let him kiss her. But she let the fine Governor Newsom kiss on her cheek. Oh, he's so fine. Donald Trump is trash, the dumpster, all day long. Nobody wants him touching them. No woman. Newsom got a nice body. Look at Trump, so fat. And he's shorter than Newsom. Well, I'm going to show y'all the one with, that's not the one with his wife. I'm going to show y'all the one with Melania let him kiss on her cheek. And she won't even let Donnie Boy do that. Hold on. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. Look, did you see that? Melania would not let Trump kiss her, but she let him, Newsom. Look at Newsom, fine. A beautiful man. Trump is not fine, honey. Trump is disgusting from head to toe, a waste. Just an absolute waste. An absolute failure. And a waste of oxygen. Donald Trump don't even deserve to breathe God's oxygen.
Real quick, did you know that 70% of all master's degrees are held by Black women in the United States? Did you also know that 60% of all doctoral degrees are held by Black women and Black men combined? I just thought that was a really fun statistic. How amazing is that? Real quick, did you know that 70% of all master's degrees are held by Black women in the United States? Did you also know that 60% of all doctoral degrees are held by Black women and Black men combined? I just thought that was a really fun statistic. How amazing is that? Real quick, did you know that?
She's amazing because it's a fact. It's a fact. Because y'all tried to hold Black women down and Black men down so long, they went and got their education. We're ahead of y'all. Now y'all want to stop us. You think you're going to send us back to slavery?
Because as I'm sitting here and there seemed to be this question of you're either diverse or you're qualified, all I could think about was the fact that I currently hold an honorary doctorate. I also hold a Juris Doctorate. I also hold a bachelor's. I also technically hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Civil Air Patrol, and I actually practiced law for almost 2 decades, in addition to serving on various boards, in addition to being a prior state lawmaker. And there are those that would make some people believe that because I happen to be Black and or a woman, that somehow, even though I can rattle off all the qualifications in the world, my Blackness makes me unqualified.
I might not go to church a lot, but she's preaching the gospel right there. Preach, sis.
Because as I'm sitting here and there seemed to be this question of you're either diverse or you're qualified, all I could think about was the fact that I currently hold an honorary doctorate. I also hold a Juris Doctorate. I also hold a bachelor's. I also technically hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Civil Air Patrol. And I actually practiced law for almost 2 decades, in addition to serving on various boards, in addition to being a prior state lawmaker. And there are those that would make some people believe that because I happen to be Black and or a woman, that somehow, even though I can rattle off all the qualifications in the world, my Blackness makes me unqualified.
I might not go to church a lot, but she's preaching the gospel right there.
Oh, amen, sister. Tell them. Let them know what you are. Educated. That's she. That is she, her, and all.
Real quick, did you know that 70% of all master's degrees are held by Black women in the United States? Did you also know that 60% of all doctoral degrees are held by Black women and Black men combined? I just thought that was a really fun statistic. How amazing is that? Real quick, did you know that 70% of all master's degrees are held by Black women in the United States? Did you also know that 60% of all doctoral degrees are held by Black women and Black men combined?
So when y'all want to talk that DEI mess, white women benefit more. Do the statistics. Look it up. White women benefit more from DEI than anybody. More than Black, Hispanic, Asian, Indians. Yeah. So stop trying to run that game on Black women and Black men because we got our education. Y'all try to hold us down. Y'all 400 years ahead of us and we surpassed you and y'all mad. So Donald Trump setting traps, but God gonna set a trap for him because 2025 is gonna be the worst year Donald Trump has ever lived in his life. You take children from their parents, God is gonna take from you and jdvance. It's gonna happen in tenfold. You put good in the atmosphere, you get back tenfolds of good. You put bad out there, you mess with children and elderly people because you're taking away the elderly Medicaid and Medicare. God is going to smash you beyond what your mind can imagine, Donald Trump and jdvance, because your evil ways, you have no idea what God is going to do to you. 2025 will be the worst year for Donald Trump and jdvance. You set them booby traps for other people, but God gonna set some for you. You take children from their loved ones again. You did it already. And the lady at the Bishop Bud warned you, but you don't listen. You said she nasty. You said it about all women, but who's nasty? You wearing a pissy? Depends. Donnie boy, you're so nasty. President Joe Biden is older than you, and he does not wear a pissy depends. You so fat that the fat has took a hold on your urinary tract. Lose weight. Eat better. Stop eating Burger King and McDonald's. Stop it. And you wouldn't be so fat. Drink plenty of water and let them diet sodas go. Because, honey, them diet sodas, Donald Trump, you always talk about you drinking a diet soda. Where's the diet, Donnie boy? Your waistline is so big that you have to wear a girdle. And that's embarrassing for a man to be walking around here wearing a girdle. That girdle is making you smell worse. Everybody in Congress talk about how bad you smell, Donald Trump. You ugly. You fat. You wear a pissy depends. You wear a girdle and your wife won't let you touch her. I'm going to read some of y'all comments so I can break y'all down too. To your soul, you got to run it to your wife or mommy. Okay, someone, Dalty, they are losers. Your mama a loser, 78. Andrew Simple says, fake horse teeth. These are my teeth, baby, born with these teeth. Your mama got fake teeth. She got teeth like George Washington had wooden teeth. And what's so sad, it shouldn't be embarrassing. Your ancestors will kill my people and steal their teeth and well. So shut the F up. Thank you, Jan Newman. Thank you, Queen. Soldier girl. Girl, laugh at them. They want to come up in here and bully me every day. And I've been doing this now because I'm on Life Under Trump Part 54. I've been doing this for a little while, a couple months now. And they come here and try to bully me every day. Honey, this face right here is on your TV screen. My face is on your YouTube channel. My face is on the cover of magazines. Y'all can come here and talk all the smack you want. My face is on the cover of magazines and stores. Eat that. Don't come in hating on God's natural beauty. Diddy crates. Your mama slept with Diddy. How about that? Damien says, Trump, your daddy, honey, my daddy is dead. My daddy died at 12 years old. He was one of the greatest men that believed in God, truly believed in God. He wasn't like Donald Trump, won't even put his hand on the Bible when being inaugurated. So eat that and get your mouth off of Trump balls. The new small talk, please tell this to Trump. I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. I would say it to his face. If he was in my face right now, everything I've said to you, I would say it to him. Yes, I would. Because I'm not scared of no big old fat cheese ball looking man. Please. Sarah Deputy says, preach, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen. Ja Rule, that is not Ja Rule. Trump is, Jesus would have nothing to do with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a reprobated mind. God do not hear reprobated mind people prayers. He does not. He took his hand off of Donald Trump a long time ago. You want to know why? Donald Trump has done so much that God is sick of he don't even see him. He doesn't exist in the eyes of God. He hurt innocent family and children. God don't hear him. J.E., that is true, but God does not. Look, read your Bible. Apparently, you've been reading Donald Trump Bible. Read your Bible. God does not hear the words from a reprobated mind, and that's who Donald Trump is. Your mama hate for Ja Rule with a big fat gut sitting around eating ham and bread all the time. A fat pig like Donald Trump. Soulful King, what? Your mama nasty. Your whole family nasty. You don't bathe every day. You stink. The stench of your skin stinks. Now let me get back to my show with my pretty self. Because that's all y'all do. Y'all come up. These white men come in my chat every day. You come in my chat because you want to look at a black woman that's beautiful. So when you get in a bed with your wife tonight, you think of me. You wish your wife had a small waist like mine. You wish your wife had a butt like mine. She could never be me. Flat pancake butt like Melania Trump. That's what you got at home.
County detectives began investigating the voter registration applications and immediately found applications that were indeed fraudulent.
Some of these applications were in the same handwriting, and quite frankly, the signatures were almost identical as well.
Other indicators of fraud included inaccuracies with addresses or even fake personal identification on the form as well.
The individuals listed on the applications informed detectives that they did not request the form, they did not complete the form, and verified that the signature on the form was not theirs.
But she says they have reason to believe this is part of a large-scale canvassing operation dating back to June.
Thus far of the investigation.
They're not lying about voting fraud. They're not lying. The election was stolen. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, nothing surprises me. The election was stolen. The monkey said himself, he stood at his rally and said himself with his pissy depends on that Elon Musk rigged the election. And he thanked Elon. That's what the orange monkey did.
Yesterday, with the stroke of a pen, Trump got rid of the law in America that says you can either fire someone or refuse to hire someone based on their age, their gender, their ethnicity, their religion, their country of origin, etc. It's called the Equal Employee Opportunity Act. It's been on the books for 60 years. Lyndon B. Johnson signed it as part of the civil rights movement. This is Project 2025 stuff, how they want to fundamentally change how our country works. And they needed to get rid of this law because in their zeal to destroy DEI, which stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, they need to make it legal to fire people because they're a woman or they're gay or whatever reason they want, because Trump wants to root out all the DEI hires of federal employees, which he has direct control over. And he's doing this by encouraging employees to snitch on other employees that they think they didn't deserve their job and they only got it because they're a woman or they're gay or their age or I don't know what. But I do know this is not going to lower the price of groceries or eggs or gas. So yesterday,
that is a fact. He just pulling stunts out of his old pissy pants. That's all Donald Trump knows to do with that DEI mess. But let me refresh y'all memory again. That DEI mess he's starting, thinking it's going to hurt black and brown people. Black people got their education to fall back on. And black women start the most businesses in this country. Look it up, dummies.
Because as I'm sitting here and there seemed to be this question of you're either diverse or you're qualified, all I could think about was the fact that I currently hold an honorary doctorate. I also hold a Juris Doctorate. I also hold a bachelor's. I also technically hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Civil Air Patrol. And I actually practiced law for almost 2 decades, in addition to serving on various boards, in addition to being a prior state lawmaker. And there are those that would make some people believe that because I happen to be black and or a woman, that somehow, even though I can rattle off all the qualifications in the world, my blackness makes me unqualified.
I might not go to church a lot, but she's preaching the gospel right there.
Jasmine Crockett is always preaching a sermon. She even have to preach to Margaret Taylor Greene, bad body built. Bad body, bleach blonde, whatever she called Margaret Taylor Greene. I would love to hear the things she got to say about Donald Trump. I would love to. One moment, please.
Hello there. Y'all all right? I know. It has been.
We're going to listen to some Tabitha Brown right quick.
Right.
Because Target decided to go the route for Donald Trump. Well, now we're going to listen to some of this. Hold on. Hold on. Elon Musk news. Hold on.
AfD rally in Germany. And he just said that his audio is not working and coming through properly, and joked with the crowd if they could hear him to raise their hand or something. Listen right now.
Hello?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you very well. So hopefully, wow. Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me well. The audio I'm hearing from my side is I can't hear you. So hopefully this is coming through. Please confirm that you can hear me okay? Yes. I don't know, raise your hand or something. Okay, all good?
The fact is, his audio actually was working because he said wow when he heard their excitement that he was on. You got to stop what you're doing and listen to this. Elon Musk is currently...
Oh, Elon is just like Dunny Boy, just lie all the time. Elon Musk, the technical king. Y'all know darn well he would not have his technology elfed up like that. He does love attention like Dunny Boy. They are attention whores.
Get 3 terms. He can have a 3rd term, okay? Folks are saying, hey, it's not going to happen. It's a long shot. Do people realize what time we're in? The guy has all 3 branches of government, including the judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court, who will ultimately get to decide. So I would say...
But this is how I feel about Donald Trump wants to have a 3rd term, run against President Obama. Donald Trump would definitely lose against President Obama. So they got to be careful what they're going to start, because if they let Donald Trump have a 3rd term, you're saying that other people can have a 3rd term, because you got to remember President Obama won both his terms consecutive. He will mollywop Trump, especially in a debate, because Donald Trump is nowhere near educated. He's a dumb Michelin tire blimp. And his grades in college, he made C's and F and a D. D is for dummy, Donald Trump. I want to thank y'all for coming to my live tonight. It has been wonderful while I sit pretty on my throne and entertain you all. And all you boogers in my chat that like to talk your smack. Get off Trump balls, because y'all know they sweaty and funky. The man wear a dang on girdle and depends. He poops in it and he urinates in it. And you just sucking it all up. You have no life. So you just walk around and lay in his depends. Get a life. God bless. Bye. See you tomorrow.